So good afternoon everyone. My name is Vijay and you're watching 599 Routes. Today we are gonna talk about my Jimny that I've been running for over a period of 1 year. It's been a long time that I have done a review of Jimny. It's on demand. People have been asking about it. So today let's discuss about Jimny. In 2023, January 2023 to be very precise, and 12th January 2023. They first showcase a five-door chimney not just to India but to the rest of the world. It was the first to be launched not only in India but in the world as a five-door version. And I think, at the launch, it received a quite good response, but afterwards, because of the Suzuki's unresponsiveness, I would say, and the marketing tactic that went for 5 months long dark period where we just had speculations about Jimny. We never had a constructive talk about Jimny from Suzuki. It was couple of few interviews that you can say that was there, but not, where just like Mahindra Thar or Mahindra Thar Rocks, where everyone is talking about, it was not the case with Jimny. However, Jimny, I think loyal customers who were actually fans of Gypsy, they did booking for that, and I am one of them. I wanted to buy a Gypsy, but it would cost me around 5 to 6 lakhs for a Gypsy, which would run only for 3 to 4 years or max to max 5 years. So I thought that I should wait and watch and wait for Jimny when it comes to India. I should buy it. The time came, I booked it on 15th January 2023 and took a dual delivery almost after 5 months on 14th of June 2023. And since then, it's my companion. It's my primary car. I would say 90% I'm satisfied. 90% because Jimny is a fantastic product on road. The maneuverability, the handling, the comfort, the mileage given a 4x4, a lifestyle vehicle, is fantastic for Jimny. I don't think in India there is any other car at this price tag which gives all these things to the customers. The 10% I'm dissatisfied is not because Jimny as a product, but rather Suzuki as an organization or their after sales services, or in fact what they did pre sales, during sales, and post sales. So these three items which is making dissatisfaction in me for that 10%. But 90% I am more than satisfied. I have been living my dreams with Suzuki Jimny, and I proudly say that. Now let's talk about more about Jimny rather, and I'll start with the exteriors of Jimny before I go into the interiors and then the engine specification, which is making it one of the best cars. Though it is competing with the products like Thar, Thar Rocks, Isuzu D-Max, and other luxury segments like Toyota Hilux, but still at this price tag, it's one of the best cars, not only in India, I believe in the rest of the world. So let's start with the exteriors and talk what I like, what should be good, and what should have been good. What is good and what should have been good. So let's dwell into that and understand it. But before I do that, my request, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to 599 Roots and support as much as you can. Do like, share, and comment good things. So let's delve into it and talk about the exteriors. If I talk about exteriors, I think Jimny has got a bold look. Although people say bold is not as Thar. Thar is quite wide. I understand that. But Jimny is not that wide as Thar is. But still, it is bold. As you can see, it has got some muscular looks. It is a old school look, but I still love it. The DRLs it doesn't have, but still it has some good LED headlights, fog lamps, and a bold look, I would say. The windscreen is quite slant, which gives you a perfect look. If you look from the side, it is good enough as a family car. For four people, I can say, not for five. A child can sit, but still, for four people, long drive, I think it's a good car, not a bad car. If I talk about the boot space, it has got a good boot space also. Now, moving on to other things, and I'll talk about the tire profile. I'll not go and sit, and probably this Stepney or this spade tire can do. I think, given the size of Jimny, this tire does it what it meant to do. It is a good highway tire. Noise, it is low. It runs very smooth, very smooth on the highways. And on top of that, because it's a highway terrain tire, it tends to give you a good mileage as compared to the mud terrain or to the all terrain tires. If I talk about exteriors, the good thing is it's tinted glasses. I had other cars in my life which I've driven in past, but they did not have those tinted things. I used to feel the heat when I used to drive on the. I would put my hand on the door and then I could feel the heat. But with Jimny, 90% of the heat is absorbed by these glasses, these window glasses, and I don't feel that much heat. It's a good thing for me. The bad part, if I talk about from the exterior, I don't like this, you know, rainwater thing. You know, if it rains, the water gets here somewhere, and then down the line it comes, and you would find that whenever you put or you apply sudden brakes, it suddenly comes on your windscreen, which is something makes you blind for few moments, which I really don't like. The next best part of Jimny, if I have to say, is its suspension system. It's one of the best given in the segment. You know, in the in any terrain, you won't find that you are uncomfortable. If I talk about something which could have been good given Jimny, I think the ground clearance a little bit more, just like Thar. Honda Elevate is giving you same 210 ground clearance in India, then Grand Vitara or Tata Nexon, they both or they or these all cars giving you same ground clearance as Jimny. Its approach and departure angle is perfect. The ramp over angle a little more could have been good given the increase in its height. Now let's talk about the engine. I'm not going to open the bonnet, but if I talk about engine, it's just 1.5 liter engine which is naturally aspirated. It's not a turbo engine, but it does what is it is meant to do. It is a perfect engine. Given the weight to power ratio, it is a perfect thing. It is really nearly perfect. I've driven almost in all terrains with this engine and with these stock tires. I haven't changed and I've survived. If I failed, that was because of me. I was sitting behind the steering. Given this car, I think this is perfect. Now, the people change the tires right after buying it. I would say I don't think it is very important or it is necessary, unless you are doing extreme off-roading. If you really do extreme off-roading, then I believe you should change. But if you do highway runs and moderate to a little extreme off-roading, I think these tires should suffice and they do what they are meant to do. They are really perfect. They are really good. Now let's talk about the interiors. I think the interiors, as I said in the beginning, they are old school. They are old school interiors. Let me start the car and switch on the AC. This automatic climate control. This is really good. I find it really good. This is one of the best in its segment. The AC is perfect when we have four people. It does well. It is a fantastic thing. The infotainment system, I would say the stock infotainment system is one of the best in this segment. It gives you everything which is needed. You know, it it has Google Map, because you can connect Apple CarPlay and Android Android thing. I don't know what it is called, but you can connect wirelessly, right? You don't have to connect with wires. You can connect wirelessly. It gives you mileage information in all the top ups that you have done. It gives you all that information. Also, it has got a good sound which suffices your need. I don't think beyond that extra is needed. It does what it is meant to do, I always say. The instrument cluster, it is borrowed from Jimny. It is beautiful. I really liked it. As I said, AC is good. The seats are comfortable for two people. The things which I don't like actually is, you know, at the back you have to wear the seat. You have to put the seat belts on even if someone is not sitting. I don't like that beep. If someone is not sitting, I don't. You should leave it. So if you can again see that you have put these belts on, those no one is sitting, just because I don't have to hear those silly beep sound for 1.5 minutes. This grab handle is fantastic. These knobs are good, and these knobs also I think I've used with the gloves, which is having -20 capability. I've used these and I found them really useful. It was good, really good. Two things which I would say that Maruti Suzuki, or rather Suzuki, should have done is, at this price they should have given the auto dimming mirror, this rear view mirror auto dimming. The other thing was this 4x4 lever. It should have come as a knob instead of this a lever. But still, it does. It is a good thing. But if someone, Maruti has given a knob, then a space utilization would have been better, much better. I don't whine for not having extra bottle carrying space, because I did not buy this car to store or to carry extra bottles. I think the two bottle, carrying capacity is quite good enough. If I have to carry extra, I have my seat covers as a magazine cover. I can use them as a bottle holder also. I think that suffices my need. Now, I believe this is all which I wanted to discuss with you all. These are all my feelings about Jimny as a product, about interiors and exteriors. Now, let's talk about the modifications that I have done in this car. I have not done many. As you can see, my tires are stock. Okay, everything is stock. I believe only three modifications that I've done in my entire Jimny. One is these aux headlights that you can see. I've got them installed because I did not find the fog lamp, the stock fog lamp, that effective as these aux lights are. The second thing I've done is, because my car is black, I've got it TPF, or paint protection film, that I've installed in my chimney for extra protection of the black, paint. And the last thing which I've done is these seat covers. These are personalized seat covers. As you can see, V in these, they are perfect, and I've got extra thigh support in them, so making extra comfort in it. Now, talk about the modification that I intend to do in future. There are a couple. One is I'm gonna install the working snorkel, because I believe a snorkel is needed for multiple purposes. Snorkel, let me tell you, it is not meant for wading into deep waters. It is rather to consume, or to intake more air, and make sure that air filter, it gets a lot more air through the snorkel. That is one thing which I intend to do. The other thing which I intend to do is the rooftop carrier. So these are the two things which I want in future as a modifications. But otherwise, I believe Suzuki has done a good job in giving a very good product. I have been living my dreams with Jimny. So I think Jimny as a product, I really like it. It's a perfect car to buy. Some people say it's a narrow car. I agree with them. It's a narrow car. From the outside, you would find it's not that, you know, big or it's not that spacious from inside, but even to sit inside this car, you would find for four people it is a perfect car. It suffices everyone's needs. Narrowness, it's a blessing in disguise for Jimny because you can maneuver it easily, not just in cities but in the mountains also. So, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you really did, I would request you please subscribe to the channel and share it with people, like it, and do give good comments. Until next time, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.